Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is DMAC, and today I am looking at the Master 410 lockout tag out, or Lotto lock. Yeah, a bit of a milestone lock for a lot of newish pickers. It's got a 6-pin core in these, and I think they're full of spools. Not that key. Yeah, 6 pins in these, quite good bitting, very good tolerances, and because of the spools that are in them, yeah, you get some really good feedback from these. Great for learning security pins. So yeah, I just want to talk about my approach to picking these, and hopefully, if any sort of tips and tricks I can give you to get these open will help you along. So for a start, they're quite small keyways, and they are paracentric. I think they come with a few different types of keyways. They're all relatively open, even though it's paracentric. We can still get up at an angle there. I like to use a deep hook if I can. I think this is a 19 thousandths hook. And he's pretty good in there, but I think I might use a slimmer one today, which is a Sparrow's SS Dev. Quite a deep hook there, and that should be able to pick that from the bottom. I know some people do use bottom of the keyway, but I find if the keyway is open like these ones are, and you use a bottom of the keyway wrench, I'm just going to grab one. There we go. Yeah, he fits in there. Number one, you use up all this sort of open keyway at the bottom, so we can't use a deep hook like this. We're not going to get in there. We're going to have to use a shorter hook, something like that. And then if we've got any zero set pins or challenging bitting, it's going to be very difficult to get in there. The other thing as well is if your bottom of the keyway wrench doesn't fit the keyway too well, you can end up pulling this core apart, and it binds the core on the lock body there, and you may well be struggling for that reason. So if you can, I would use top of the keyway. So see if we can grab one that fits in there. He's pretty good. Grab my Sparrow's hook there. And yeah, I'm going to use very light tension on this to pick it. I think it's difficult to say what light tension is from a video. I've heard very light tension described as almost, say, the weight of a penny, just on the wrench there. I mean, it's barely enough pressure to hold it in. You know, we don't need to wrench the core right open. We just need to make sure that tension wrench isn't moved, and we're applying very small rotational force on the core. And you'll feel that feedback that these locks give really well, like that. So generally these, as far as I know, most of them have 5 spools and 1 standard or 1 serrated, which is usually at the back in position 5 or 6. So it kind of pays to go straight down to the back of the keyway, try and set those, and then all we've got to worry about is the spools. Now that's not always the case. I did a video a little while ago, which I'll link to at the end of this one, which was all about joining the 410 rattle club, and that's where you accidentally rotate this core 180. It's never supposed to go more than 90 degrees, but if you rotate it 180 degrees, all the pins will fall out into the body, and you'll be in a world of pain. And you can fix it if you watch the video. You'll see what I suggest to put your lock back together, basically. But anyway, let's start to pick this one. Yeah, that lock had, when I opened it up, sorry, the one that the 410 rattle club video, I think that did have 6 spools, so it was quite unusual. Anyway, I'm going to go to the back of the lock of this one, and that was 6 and 5, nothing there. I'm just very lightly almost tickling the pins, really. Very light tension, and just moving this hook forward and tickling the pins. I think that was 4, and we've got a very slight false set. So now I'm going to go from the front and just try and find those spools, and we'll get counter rotation, which we've got there, and that one's set. I think we'll go to 2, counter rotation, and that one's open. There we go. Nice and easy on that one. So yeah, the technique, very light tension, top of the keyway, deep as hook as you can, go to the back of the lock, find the first spool, and then find the standard pin if it's in there, which gets you into a full set. Let's try this one. This one's got the same keyway on it. I'm just going to rotate this one the correct way so that he's locked. That's the one I just picked. Yeah, what's going to happen, this is why I said in the video, is you pick it, you leave it on the desk, and then you forget which way to rotate it. So we grab it there and rotate it this way, or grab it there and rotate it that way. If you get it wrong, you will join the Lotto Rattle Club. So let's try the second one, which has the same keyway, so we'll use the same approach. He's all locked up there. So straight down the back, and we're trying to find that standard pin there, down to the back. So that's 6, nothing on 6. 5, I don't know if you saw there, just put us into a full set. I'll do that again. We'll set him back. So I think it was 5. There we go, into a full set. So now what we're looking for is to lightly touch each pin, light tension. And as you touch it, as you've touched the pin, you'll feel counter rotation on your tension wrench. Counter rotation, it will pull back anti-clockwise, just a fraction, and then you'll feel a little pop, and it will drop back again clockwise, and that will tell you that you've just set a spool. So let's hit 1, and 1's giving us counter rotation. You can see there on the tension wrench, so we'll lift him up to set him. That's 1. There's nothing on 2. 3, a little bit of counter rotation, and he's set. Nothing on 4, 5, nothing on 6. I'll go back to the beginning. 1 is still set. Now 2, giving us counter rotation. I think. Nope. 3 is though. I think that might be open. Yep, there we go. So yeah, you need to be very gentle with these, I find, to get the open. Light tension, go down to the back, try and find that first standard pin, and then it's just playing the game of hunt the spool, really. So just set this one back. Yeah, playing hunt the spool, and you're just lifting the pins very, very lightly. And when you find the spool that's given you counter rotation, you'll get counter rotation there, and then it will set back again. And then you find the next one. Touch it gently, you'll get a counter rotation, and then it will set. All the while just keeping very light tension on the top there. Like I say, the weight of a penny is the sort of strength you're going for there. And yeah, so you go through, you set that standard pin, and then you've just got to set those 5 spools in whichever order your lock happens to bind up in. And yeah, that's my approach to picking these. It's worked for me. I hope it works for you. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, that's my video on the 410s, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Thanks for watching.